Okay, I wanted to go over another disturbing story today. It's this article right here. The title is Lures Alleged Child Predators and Shames Them on Facebook. Now one of his targets is dead. And this is the guy. His name is Shane Erdsman, and he has a Facebook group called POPSquad. So the reason why I'm bringing up this article is within this article, right? I'll break it down really quickly before I go into it. This man right here, Shane, goes by incognito. And what he does is he goes on Tinder and so forth and pretends to be about a 14-year-old child, of a 14-year-old boy or girl, and he tries to lure pedophiles to a certain location. The pedophiles don't know it's a man, and they think it is a child. This article was written by Brandy Zadrozny. I'm not even going to try, but I have her up here. We can see her in a minute. So the whole point of me reading this is that NBC, the news network, seems to be kind of defending the pedophile. And you'll see how in a moment. On a cool evening in October, Elaine Malcolm, 20, walked into a vacant two-story colonial house in Bristol, Connecticut. Two members of a local internet vigilante group, that's Shane up there, I said incognito, who regularly tries to expose and shame alleged child predators. It's not alleged. It's really not. When you're 20 years old, going to meet up with a 14-year-old in alone together under the pretense of sexual intercourse, yeah, it's not alleged anymore. But anyway, shame alleged child predators they entice online were waiting for him. Malcolm was tall and handsome. Why would they say this? What does this have to do with being a pedophile? Who cares if he's tall and handsome? He's 20 years old meeting up with a 14-year-old. So that was the first mark about this article right here. The oldest son of Jamaican immigrants, he wholly subscribed to the idea of the American dream. Being a pedophile is not the American dream. In high school, Malcolm was vice president of the Future Business Leaders of America Club, assistant captain of the tennis and swim teams, and a member of the Student Council and Model United Nations. He started a social marketing business at 15. You might be asking yourself, why are they saying all this? Okay, I mean, the guy was practically, about to have sexual intercourse with a 15-year-old or 14-year-old. What does any of this have to do with being a pedophile? So anyway, after graduating in 2016, Malcolm filled his Instagram and Facebook feeds with photos of New York high-rises, bathroom selfies in three-piece suits, and links to news articles in which he was featured. He went to community college while working as a junior buyer for a local circuit board manufacturer and was the subject of a Connecticut public television series that profiled recent high school graduates. Earlier this year, he was named one of Litchfield's country's 40 leaders under 40. Kind of sounds like a shitty resume. I wonder why he got featured on this. Probably has nothing to do because he's black or anything, but anyway. Malcolm was also gay, of course. Of course. If you didn't know this, gays are 3% of the United States population, yet they make up approximately 50% of the pedophiles in the U.S. So Malcolm was also gay, which was difficult growing up in a religious family in Torrington, a sleepy former mill town in the northwest part of the state, friends said. It's not easy to be black, Jamaican, Jehovah's Witness, and gay in Torrington, Connecticut, said Allie Morrissey, a friend of Malcolm's. Yeah, it's not easy, right? Don't forget pedophile. It's not easy to be a pedophile anywhere, because everyone hates you. So they left that part out as well. And again, the reason why they're stating this is to elicit some type of sympathy from the reader. Oh, he's black. Oh, Jamaican. He's a Jehovah's Witness. He's a minority. He's part of the LGBTQ. Oh, that means it's okay to be a pedophile, right? No. Started in high school, Malcolm used apps like Tinder and Grindr, which one of these he got called on, to meet men from around the state, friends said. On that October night, he had come to Bristol to meet someone younger, purportedly a 14-year-old boy going on 15, according to a video posted by the digital vigilante group known as POPSquad. I believe they are on Facebook if you want to check them out. When Malcolm arrived, he found that there was no boy, there was only POPSquad. For the 126th time in 2 years, the group, an acronym for Prey on Predators, had catfished a man on the internet, posing as an underage teen on hookup apps and luring him into a meetup. This time at an empty house whose owner allows it to be used for the group's stings, according to POPSquad. So they catfished the man, and he went there under the circumstances that he is going to meet this 14-year-old boy. And, what do you do when you meet up on apps like this? On Tinder and Grindr? Right? What do you do on those? They're not really dating apps. They're for other activities. Like others before, they were greeted by Shane, who is 31, who is known by Incognito. And, they called him, they filmed him. They filmed the entire encounter and posted it on Facebook. It was eventually removed, which is kind of weird. I don't know why. They were probably getting a lot of backlash or something, or Facebook forced them to remove it, which says a lot about Facebook, if that's true at all. NBC News spoke to 3 people who watched it, 2 friends of Malcolm's and 1 POPSquad fan, and described its contents. But anyway, the rest of this article goes on to people say a lot of mean things and everything to this pedophile. According, to after the encounter, Malcolm the pedophile had said, "I don't have anything to live for." Malcolm said as he stared at the ground, although his targets may initially believe otherwise, Erdman isn't with the police and Malcolm wasn't required to talk with the POPSquad. As Malcolm walked to his car, Erdman followed to film his license plate, reading the numbers aloud. For the camera, Erdman said, "Your family is going to see this. How do you feel?" Erdman asked, according to the people who saw the video. Malcolm honked twice as he sped away, driving 30 minutes back home to his parents' house in Torrington, where he hanged himself. Well, that's a kind of sure sign you're guilty when you go and do something like this that quickly. So he got caught in the act, and he went and kind of punished himself. And hey, it's if he didn't do it, someone else might have done something to him. But anyway, the rest of this article pretty much goes out to make the people who did this to him out to be criminals. But in reality, what they're doing there is they are defending a pedophile, a victim of POPSquad. What about the 14-year-old? Do they not care about him? This man is 20 years old meeting up with a 14-year-old boy. I mean, what is he doing? These two women right here were actually defending him. And of course, you have the fat and ugly white girl and the druggy, weirdo, choker-wearing white girl out to defend the immigrant sons and so forth. But they just recount what they saw on Facebook. But nonetheless, the rest of this article goes on to make POPSquad out to be kind of like a bully, a brutalizing group that is unchecked and should get checked. So, that's that. You can read the article for yourself. Here is the lady, Brandy. Quite the person to defend pedophilia like this. It's quite disgusting. She has children herself, and she is willing to defend pedophilia. Makes you wonder. Anyway, God bless. Have a good one, and good luck with everything.